Greetings and welcome to your Oracle message for the day. I am Kat Morgan and I welcome you to this channel, to this video, and to this space. You are so very welcome. Thank you for returning friends and welcome in new friends. This is a space where all we do is work on being our most authentic selves so that we can help others become their most authentic selves as well. This is how we heal the planet, by healing ourselves. We've been going through, just recently started a new, to us, one of my vintage decks from 1993, Meredith Young-Sowers Angelic Messengers, which aren't necessarily angels, they are angelic messengers. And these are in particular flowers. And we've been kind of going through all of that background stuff, so I'm not going to do any more of that. If you haven't already liked and subscribed and you feel so inclined, it does help the YouTube algorithm, help other people find these videos and find this channel if they're looking for the same kind of encouragement and support and all of that good stuff. So, because that's the only thing you're going to get from this channel is good stuff. And with that, we're going to start looking at our card for the day. It is number 32, which represents freedom. And again, we're looking at the energy within the image, the energy that's being projected from the image. And doesn't this look like sparklers to you? It really does remind me of 4th of July with, fireworks going off. This is a flower. These are pistils and stamens, and don't ask me which one is which because I could never keep those straight. But these are literally the heart of a flower where it provides pollen for bees who turn around and fertilize, which then helps the flower produce fruit, which propagates the tree and feeds the human and animal populations, insects, all of those guys. So freedom is going to mean different things to different people. And I haven't looked in the book yet to see what the extended reading is. We'll get into that in just a second. But freedom, a lot of times people think of in terms of finances. And certainly money can bring a freedom from worry, a freedom from concern when you know your bills are going to be paid and you've got a little extra for what I call the fluff stuff, which I do. I've got my kite and my bubbles and I've got my kitty. She's not necessarily a fluff stuff, but she gets fluff stuff too sometimes. So, but that kind of thing, the stuff that isn't required for survival, but it's necessary for us to be happy. Okay, just being honest. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. We always want to make sure we're paying our bills first, but otherwise, whatever is working for your best good is going to serve the highest good of all. Okay, plain and simple. When you're coming from a place of love and peace and feeling safe in yourself, that's true freedom, in my opinion. So let's take a look at the book and see what the extended reading says. I'm always curious to see, how right on I was or wasn't, because sometimes I have missed the mark. But it doesn't seem to happen too often, does it? So, alrighty, let's take a look. Our first section, we have our 4 sections here. The first section is the present challenge for card 32, which represents freedom. Turning your impatience into spiritual energy for self-discovery through nature. You have drawn this card as a means of finding a more satisfying inner freedom, from anxiety and feelings of being pushed by life with never enough time, energy, money, or experience to find or create what you feel you need and are ready for. You may feel impatient with other people or with your own spiritual progress. You may feel impatient with your work, lack of work, or inability to find or create meaningful work. You may feel impatient to heal. This card has the energy of investigation and urges you to discover the freedom exhibited by nature as each living thing goes about its own activities and business. The next section is angelic message, which is the actual energy of freedom coming directly from divine source. Now, one of the greatest delusions of Earth School is that there is only limited time in which to accomplish your goals and meet your essential needs. You may have limited ordinary mental time, but you have unlimited spiritual time. And this is an essential difference to become aware of when seeking freedom from struggle and stress. Your ordinary mind has you rushing headlong towards death with hardly an opportunity to breathe in the goodness of life and to benefit from your life before it's over. You can learn freedom from impatience, which means experiencing and expressing the joy and peace of your existence when you break through impatience. When you are impatient, you are expressing the ordinary mind's desire to override and shortcut the essential spiritual change and growth process underway within your spirit. Your normal mind tells you not to bother waiting, that you are ready for whatever it is you want right now. If this were so, then you would have done that very thing already, or be doing it this moment. If the goal you want is still outside your reach, then consider that it is also outside your realization. To reach a goal means first to fully realize the nature of what you want and the ways in which it is tied to the very important spiritual process of transformation underway in your life right now. What is the relationship between impatience and realization? Impatience blocks realization by preventing you from perceiving the natural confluence of experience and spiritual understanding merging inside your life. All lasting and meaningful change is arrived at slowly, as you discover that all meaningful opportunities come to you in creating the spiritual realization of these opportunities. Impatience is misleading because you hear your mind telling you that you're ready for something when you may not be. Nature is never hurried. It responds to the cycles that build one from the next as each has fulfilled its opportunity for growth. You are no less guided by the divine. You too are opening to your opportunities as you observe and work with awareness of your developing spirit. Spiritual opportunity. The guidance coming to you through this flower image is that self-realization lies in experiencing fully each singular aspect of your life. The creamy stamen of this flower lies in the foreground, asking you to symbolically hold your attention on the experiences of the moment. This guidance suggests you need to experience the freedom in this moment in order to discover joy in the moment and to express the freedom to take the time you need for the people and individual experiences in your life. Pay attention to occasions when the opposite is true and when you feel impatient. Why do you feel impatient with another person when that person repeats himself or herself or fails to make the point that you think is important? Where is your awareness and tension level when you look at your watch and realize you have 5 minutes to get to the store before it closes? How do you feel when it rains or snows and you have to shovel or put on extra warm or protective clothing? Impatience becomes a way of life that you may hardly recognize as your motivation for gulping down life without savoring any of it. This is the feeling of always being pushed, out of breath, and reaching for what comes next. How do you relinquish impatience? By keeping your focus on your inner mind, which tells you all life is moving at its most perfect pace, and that you are required to sense this pace and move in harmony with it. When you seek this pace, you relax into freedom, and you find you can enjoy each experience of your life and savor its gift fully. So here's our application now. Here's what we are being called to do today. Take a deep breath. Smile at your compulsiveness and anxiety, and love the fact that you can see these in yourself and not judge that they are bad. They are only the product of your normal mind. Try moving through anxiety the next time you are aware of feeling pushed. Stop what you're doing and say to yourself, there are no time limitations to my spirit's work, and therefore all that I do will come to fruition at exactly the right moment. Amen. Selah, so be it. That's, wow, what a powerful, powerful message. So the couple of things that I do want to just add to that real briefly, staying mindful, okay? You're being called to hold your attention on the experiences of the moment. What I noticed for myself personally this morning when I was just, getting my tea and stuff, sometimes I don't know what it is. Sometimes my tea, I like to have the tag with the string outside the cup, and I do fill my cup up to the top. That's the way I live my life. It's up to the top always. And so there's sometimes a tendency for the tea to actually kind of dribble down the side of the cup along the string. And it annoys me. I can't tell you how annoying it is, because first of all, you grab your cup and you've got goop all over your hands now. And I'm one of those people, I don't like stuff on my hands. So I'm annoyed with that to begin with, and then it's like sticking to the table or it's sticking to the coaster, and a coaster comes up with it, and then it drops on the table and it startles me and I slosh more tea. You see how that goes? Very easy to get impatient, very easy to get frustrated with that. And I was noticing this morning before, and there's a clear break between when you realize you start doing something and you pay attention to that and you actually change how you are responding to yourself in that moment, something electric happens. And it was something I noticed this morning. In the past, previous to that break for me, I would get caught in those moods where something would set me off and I would just be kind of grumbly. I would just be kind of annoyed. I would just be kind of in that space, in my head, in my energy, in my emotions, in my physical feeling of my body. And I was noticing this morning, I was just like, oh, that annoyed me, did it? Well, okay, we'll do what we can to make sure that doesn't happen again. And I just kind of chuckled at myself. And it was like bells went off at that moment, because I don't think I've ever actually noticed that I was releasing it before. And that's where the electricity happens. That's where the energy happens. You are transformed in that moment when you realize, oh my gosh, I just actually changed how I was thinking. I just turned it into something better. Wow. That's freedom. That's where I want you to be. So that's the whole purpose of this reading. That's the whole purpose of this channel. That's the whole purpose of my life. My life's mission is to bring people freedom. Free to be your authentic self. Showing others how to be free in their authentic selves. That's it. That's it. That's it. All right. Well, yeah, there we are. We have arrived. Feel free to share in the comments if there's anything that you would like us to be sending you positive energy on, things that you are working on releasing. Would love to be able to encourage and support you on that more specifically. But in the meantime, I know that there's stuff. We are all working on stuff. Don't stop working on it. Keep going. You're doing amazing. And you're going to totally nail this. You really are. You may not think that. You may not believe that, but I do. So it doesn't matter what you believe because I believe it for you. Ha, so there. I don't know if it works that way, but I'm sending you nothing but love and encouragement and support. You're going to be fine. I love you. Namaste and ciao for now.